Hello, my little mobsters. This is Mobius Rex from the Mobius Archives, and we are playing Oxygen Not Included. Why? Wait, what? Slime? I just saw them pick up slime here. That was weird. Why was there slime here? Oh, because there's slime here. I was making this a little bit bigger. I just realized that this room, it is now, this room wasn't actually a med bay because it didn't have tables in it. So that was a thing, and that's a diseased slime bit, so we'll go ahead and get a ladder here. Now, last time, we tried to clean up some of the heat problems down in this lower area here. It's not good enough yet. We're at 36, 40. This gas coming out of here isn't coming out fast enough. So it's actually becoming a problem. I've been trying to moderate this. So I have something here, this gas pump here that is, where's my ventilation? Trying to move anything that's not oxygen out, but the oxygen is actually getting stuck here. 31 degrees, it's better than the surrounding atmosphere, which is 40. Are these insulated? It might actually be worthwhile removing the insulated pipes here and hopefully just conditioning this area. So we're actually passing these pipes through here. And they might actually be warming up at that point a lot, or because the atmosphere is actually moving slowly through these pipes, we're not getting the benefits of the cooled oxygen. This area here, you'll notice that is actually starting to have some oxygen in it. I have this little overflow pipe here, so that's actually producing something and dumping out some oxygen here, mostly because I discovered that these fertilizers produce natural gas as a byproduct. I didn't actually look at that when we were going through our refinement here, in that they actually do produce natural gas. Now, unfortunately, I am going to need to produce more natural gas because our polluted water is to the excess. So let's go ahead and get that started. Refinement. Fertilizer. You. Go. We'll also toss in a couple tiles. Doesn't have to be anything special. Just right there. Is that natural gas? No, it's hydrogen. Hydrogen? We can release that accidentally or purposefully. Let's get water in there, because we can. And let's see, where is our plumbing? Pipes. And just up like that as well. Nice. So that'll get rid of some of this polluted water. That polluted water has become a problem because it's almost at this level, and at that level it becomes, well, it might end up blocking the natural gas generators. One of the other things that's been happening is that we've been getting crashes. No, not crashes. Yes, crashes. And this Wheezewort isn't enough to keep up with the stuff here, so we might have to send someone out exploring. But yeah, we've been getting crashes, and it's been causing problems. I've been trying to also expand our thermal regulation area down here. Ooh, there's water here. Why is there water here? Let's get that mopped up. There and there. It's probably because this is melting. Might want to just toss in some tiles there then. Tiles will be easier to remove later on if we need to get into this area. Also, none of these are... Oh, God. Okay, A, natural gas. B, it's too warm in here. I'm guessing my plans to use... These liquid pipes are made of abyssalite, right? They're not supposed to conduct heat as much as I want. Okay, maybe we need to condition our water prior to getting to that point. Let's give this a priority 6 for building these walls, just so that we're not dealing with water problems here. Can we mop this even? No. Let's just go ahead and automate that, letting people come into here. I'm actually going to do... Can they reach that? Those can't be reached, so we'll give a little bit of ladder. Here? And then they should be able to reach that. Let's give this priority 6 as well. So that wall's built, preventing any more of this water coming out there. I think what we've been experiencing recently is that there's been melting. These have been liquefying. Well, I guess something's been liquefying. Yeah. Polluted ice. This is why I've been seeing stuff that I think has been them making messes. Polluted ice liquefies at -20. This water should have just dropped down. Yeah, this polluted water. Can't even get it to it. Polluted water is -23, so it should be freezing. Soon, actually. I want to make this for liquefiables, if anybody actually bothers to clean that up. Gotta watch Ghostman, make sure she's not getting frozen here. These pipes are almost done. It's cold in here. They probably can't deal with the cold too well. But they are doing it. And they've done this part. I need to actually deconstruct one of these so we can make sure the piping is rerouted properly. And you know what? Let's check our job board for a second. Alright, I think... Well, the miners and the builders are at the top of their position. Vanny, I don't think we're going to bump our research or our farmers up yet. They're just going to want more things. But Ren, he's been doing a good job. So we're going to bump him up to the next level. He's going to be a courier. Let's see. Where's Ren? I want to see him get his hat. Probably going to go to sleep first before getting his hat. If he ever turns up. Because he's a slow one. There he is. Guess we'll have to wait till morning. Morning's not going to be long for them. And we just made it in time to see Ren get his hat. Huzzah! There's a little brim there. Don't have exosuits yet because we don't have plastics. Algae is also a problem again. Can I just get... Whoops. It's ladder. A ladder. That's not going to do any good. Can't place this. I can't get this material. Huh. Okay. I need a good supply of algae. And they're finishing off this piping system, which is good. So the atmosphere will pass through the pipes longer, becoming colder on their way out. So they're leaving at contents. Come on, give me contents. 12. So basically they're leaving at the system at 12 and going through here. But this area as well needs to get oxygen up here. Our oxygen is actually too low pressure up on this side. So I'm going to toss, especially in the bedrooms and the medical room, we're going to need better ventilation up here. This will also help out. I think we'll put the vent right there. And this can be anything. I'm going to put it in the wall. Hold on. I'm not in the right overlay. Oh crap, what did I do? Well, that's CO2. Ew. Right. So that's... Oh. This is where the not work of ventilation that I've set up is really going to be problematic. Okay, so they're going to work on these pipes. I need to get the oxygen up there. So what has to happen? I need to go ahead and do this. And this. And can I get a jump over here and over here, then connect the two up? Yes? Maybe. You want to branch off that because that's the exit port. Don't want anything attached to the exit port. It just won't pass through for the most part, as far as my experience goes. But this should allow the oxygen to flow. And it shouldn't get us stuck as it did before. Welcome to cycle 176. We haven't had a crash. Let's get that healthcare up and running. That'll delay our researchers. I'm thinking that our atmosphere might be fully conditioned now. We'll need to adjust stuff here as necessary. I'm going to lock this. Just so they don't freeze their asses off. This is working. All this is working. So this radiator pipe system for the atmosphere is actually, I think, actually doing us well. We have all this lava. We have diamond if we want to get it. But that is taken care of. So this system has to be taken care of. You're sucking up atmosphere up there, tossing it down there. That's fine. It's too hot. Okay, we're having power problems now. Again. That's not good. So stuff's turning on and off. That's probably affecting all of our... everything that we're doing. Let's see, our batteries aren't charging. Because everything's running, so these aren't able to keep up. Well, you know what? I'm going to toss in that coal generator. Because we can't... Oops, not there. That's not going to work. Toss in the coal generator. Power, 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 power. Because we can, and we still have a fair amount of coal. Consumable ore, we have like 27 tons of it. We have lots of hatch all over the place. And we can just hook that up to our system, and that should give it a little bit more consistency. This area will be filled with carbon dioxide, but that's fine. We're dealing with that using the carbon skidder. We are going to need the metal refinery. It produces significantly heated liquid as an output. Oh, we need this up and running first, though. And I think I'm going to supply it. How big is it? Yeah, that'll work. Toss it there. What am I making it out of? Sedimentary rock? Sure. Can we kind of granite to make it prettier? But I think this area, we're not worried about pretty. Now let's give this a 6 to make sure it's always filled with coal. Yeah, and that should help out with power. This won't help out with power. But we'll just watch to see if this starts charging. Looks like just barely. So we have everything up and running again. Thanks to a coal generator. That should limit the amount of polluted water we get. It actually produces less carbon dioxide than these. These actually produce quite a bit. What is it? So coal generator produces 20 grams per second carbon dioxide. Natural gas is 82. And if you actually do the math, this produces less per power. Just okay. You need liquids. Need in and out. Crap. Actually, that's... I'm hoping that'll work. We can actually divert... So this will limit how much we can produce at a time, but I think that'll do for our input for liquids. Some of the flow from above will divert in here. Oh, did you see that bounce? That's not good. So if we... Yeah, it doesn't know. So that's input, that's output. If we break this, this bouncing here is bad. Because it means the liquids don't know where to flow. And if we break this, deconstruct that pipe, it should work better. And get some power running to this. It's going to suck up all of our power. Let's be serious here. It really is. So we do have fully charged batteries, so we might want to actually build more. Let's get 3 of them going with appropriate heavy watt wire. Okay, so you've got power. You're waiting for your coolant. Now we just need to get a liquid outlet going. And that should be there. Oh, it's confused. Crap, what's going on? We have too many junctions, probably. Yeah. I might have to look at that. Make sure we have stuff going in the right direction. Yeah, that decision tree at that corner is causing issues with our liquids. Eventually this will fill up and it won't be a problem. And sadly, this fertilizer isn't keeping... These fertilizers aren't keeping up with consuming the polluted water and turning it into well... Actually, it looks like... Well, probably isn't. Probably isn't consuming enough of this. I don't know if these have increased or reduced since. I guess we'll watch that and find out. How is our general cooling? Okay, you're out of water, so you can be deconstructed. I was going to put... Oh, so many things to do. I was going to put insulation there. Sandstone? And what can we do? Can we just seal this in? We might be able to just seal it in. And then deconstruct this ladder. And replace that with a manual airlock. And more insulated tile. And then replace... Ooh. Can't replace down here. So that's all going to flow into this area and keep it hot. But at least up and left, it'll be pretty tightly sealed. Heat's still a problem. Yeah. If that heat gets bad up here, we're in danger. Oxygen? Not too bad. It's not purple up here after night. So this has actually improved. It's always the slow progress of whatever you've done has changed things a little bit. So I think for this episode, we've actually got our smeltery up and running. No fabrications. Sure, let's do 1 iron ore. 1! Just 1. See how bad this is. I want to watch it just in case pipes break. Because we will be producing significantly hot water and dumping it into here. Come on, Turner. Yep, there we go. A little bit. And that's fine. And then this just has to cool. So we can do 1 at a time now. Oh, I've had a water leak. Oops. Go ahead and mop that. Need to make sure our metal storage includes refined metal now, too. What I kind of want is to be able to find another cold biome. Maybe one on this side would be best. And in fact, yeah, there's a bunch of algae that we could use out this way. So why don't we try to get to it? A bit mining will help. And we'll go ahead and toss a couple tiles up here too. And that'll give us access to algae. And gives a ladder here. We'll get the algae access. And we'll be able to see whatever's out this way in the dark unknowns. If there's another cold biome, it might expose another wheezewort, which we'll be able to use here to cool our place down. How's our atmosphere? Yeah. So my original thought of using this to calculate how much breathable gas we have down here, not necessary. This pipe up here seems to have spread out everything that we needed all the way up here. Temperatures are still too hot down here for my liking. This should keep a lot of the problem from this room in this room. but we still need something for... I was hoping this would improve our atmospheric conditioning, and it probably is. It's probably holding back whatever the problem is. Might actually want to insulate this stuff as well. Just like that. Just with whatever we have. I'm sure there's an ideal insulator, but this is better than nothing right now. Oh, irrigation. Irrigation. Oh, right, because I disabled you. Turn your back on. Thank you. And then we can actually get irrigation going with this again. Eventually we'll be able to build a cutoff switch to turn this off automatically when this reaches a certain level. Alright. I think, and that's going to come from... And that cutoff switch is going to come from making more ore through here. Nice little build. Are we seeing anything? Not yet. I'm just hoping for a nice cool biome over here. Let's push it a little bit. Yeah, there's actually too much oxygen in this area. These dust caps aren't growing anymore. I'm going to dig them up. Might move them around later. Well, they'll be moved up here, where the atmosphere is actually... Well, hopefully we get more carbon dioxide in there, but it's a reasonable temperature. Hopefully. Because dust caps can survive up to 35 degrees. And that means we can move this wheezewort. Doesn't need to be there. This can be deconstructed. Oh, I know plants have died, I did it. Don't need this to be a garden room. This will just be an empty room right now. And that wart seed will be moved up here, which will help mitigate our temperature in this area. It's basically going to be a wall against the heat that's rising up. And we have some stuff digging out here. We get a little bit of algae out of that. Did we see any new biomes? No. Alright. Well, that take care of some of our problems. So we have atmosphere everywhere again. Must be producing enough because it's not complaining. We got our hand sanitizer done. So we could use some of this bleach stone to actually make a hand sanitizer. This isn't being kept full because of the battery recharge threshold. That's fine. We're not going to bother keeping it full if it doesn't if these batteries are too full. Basically, it's just turned into an emergency power system. We have metals that we're refining, and generally we're doing a little bit better. We have an improved atmosphere cooling system, and that actually seems to be flowing the way I want it to be flowing. These bridges here aren't so much of a problem, although I could probably fix them up one at a time. And this thing seems to have frozen, and we're doing generally okay. We get to minus 32, minus 40s down here in our hydrogen farm. Hydrogen, I just noticed, has a hell of a heat capacity compared to any of the other atmospheres. Carbon dioxide has no heat capacity. So if we wanted to cool a place down, we would flood it with hydrogen. And that might be something we do here, but these can't grow in hydrogen. So, problems. And we're still apparently providing these with fertilizers. So that is extra time being done with stuff. Alright, this has been Mobius Rex with Mobius Archives. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoyed this episode. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We really do appreciate when knowing how many subscribers we get, and crossing that 1,000 subscriber threshold will mean a lot to us. Leave a like and continue watching. Have a good day and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.